Bang, 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 bang. We are back with another episode. Yeah. So Finesse Two Time put himself clapping cheeks on Twitter of some young woman. I just found out her name is Sugar from Q Tutal. So I had no idea who she is.
You think it's hell?
Huh? Yeah, she is.
You
She
think it's hell?
thick. She thick. You know what I'm
Fresh
saying?
out,
She
fresh
fresh
out
out. She
too.
getting her back broke in by a guy. So salute to them, man. I looked at a little bit of it. Um, she doing what she doing. It ain't. I've done a lot better. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no brag. That ain't swag. You know, that's the truth. But
He
not saying I
said,
done better with his girl, but
I said, I was gonna say, Sugar. He said, come get him. Come see what he
no,
talking
no,
about.
he can keep. Stay doing what you're doing, brother. Stay doing what you're doing. You know, he got a lot going on in the background. You understand what I'm saying? So he keep getting up doing this and phones ringing and and a bunch of stuff. But welcome
What's,
to Sports Punch, man. We back. You too tall, brother. O.
what's
You know what I'm
going
saying?
on?
We back with another episode. We had to take a day, tackle another day because Keith had to, he was out here clapping cheeks and making his own pornos and everything like that. So we back today on, while the
Yeah,
Detroit Pistons and the Orlando Magic are playing on a Wednesday.
yes they are. Yes sir. They're
What's going
playing
on,
right
brother?
now.
How you doing?
I'm doing all good. How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I'm
Jesus.
doing fine, blowed and dandy, feeling like I'm hyped off candy. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Everything is good, man. All is well. God has blessed me
Jesus.
to see another day. Loving the fact that I get to sit here and chop it up with you and watch some basketball. So, life is good. No complaints. I got me a Moore's beer for everybody out there, man. Make sure you go to mooresbeer.com and copy you a sack. You know what I'm saying? Copy you a six pack. Get you some pints in your system. They got India Pale Ale, which is what I got now. I shouldn't be drinking this because it'll punch you. But they also got a regular ale, lager ale, and everything like that. So make sure y'all check them out, man. Support black owned business.
Yes sir. Please do.
I don't know what Keith be drinking, but we gonna leave him alone because he likes was it good PBR. He likes PBR, so we gonna
Fuck
leave him
no.
in that.
Oh hell no. That's watered down piss. I
That's watered
rather,
down piss.
bro. I'm dead ass. Like drinking one, two of those. I'd be like, all right, I'm cool on that.
Yeah, like funky
So
socks.
yeah, my favorite beers are like Negro Modelo,
Mm-hmm. Talk about
uh,
it.
a little some. I grew onto the IPAs as I got older. I used to
Mm-hmm.
hate it when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drink the old school shit, the Budweisers, the Miller Lights, highlights. That's just like champagne. The champagne of beers, really. Even
Miller High
though
Lights.
it's cheap shit, but it tastes like fake champagne for a bit. But
I guess so. I've rarely ever had those beers, and I really don't know what they're really like. Actually, when me and you kicked it one time, we had a bucket of them, right? So
I
we
think
sitting
so,
there
something like
drinking.
that.
We was
That
drinking
sounds
a
about
bucket of beers. There's quite a few beers in there that we was drinking, chopping
right.
up, having a good time.
Yeah, I like to switch it up. Try to switch up. Go from a Coors Banquet. Only thing I don't fuck with is like
Get your camera together.
Bud Light, and then Bud Light, like anything Bud Light bottle can, I can't fuck
Mm-hmm.
with. But
Heard you.
I could fuck with Budweiser though. So
All right.
I try
All
to switch
right.
it up
So what's going
more.
on for you, man? How was your weekend? What we looking like for the games and everything? We had a hell of
Hella.
a good start off for the weekend from Saturday to Sunday and Monday. Like it was some great games that have been played. What we got going on tap for this episode, the breakdown. What we doing? What we doing?
And we going all in on the NBA playoffs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much try to break down every matchup, if not, the ones that been popping for sure, and ones that's been dropping. We're gonna talk about a little bit of, what Mike Tomlin gonna do next year. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we could kind of touch on the Mike Vrabel and Rusiani mess. I only want to touch on it for a little bit because it's kind of like ironic or hypocritical critical of what just happened over the off season with him and the old girl, and obviously what happened with Stephon Diggs.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, but we gonna definitely get into that. We gonna talk it. We gonna chop it up. We gonna talk some shit.
But
Let's
one,
go.
but yeah, but start kick it off. One more Jordan highlight, one more Jordan stat to give you to show y'all why he the GOAT.
Why you to go?
He,
Why you go, my man?
he the only player ever in the NBA history to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, the scoring title,
Mm-hmm.
and lead the league in steals in one season.
Mm-hmm.
1987 to 1988, he did all that in 1 year. That was probably what, like his fourth, fifth year, something like that, third year.
When you
But
great like that, that's what you do. You know,
yeah,
that's
so
just what you do when you great like that.
like think about it, MVP and Defensive Player of the Year,
Hey, some
crazy.
guys got it like that, man. Some guys are just built
Scoring
to.
title, so that was you was doing it all.
Some guys are just built to do that. You know what I mean? So no matter what y'all say about, I say out there about that guy, I've never seen nobody else do anything like that. And it'll be a few more years before someone else goes out there and puts up that type of effort because you got to be a dog on both ends and really want to go after it. But
Mhm.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, where we starting it off at with your Keith
Oh,
Too Tall.
we're gonna talk about the series that's been living up to the hype, and that's been the best series so
Ooh.
far. The Denver Nuggets versus Minnesota Timberwolves. Ooh, that series has been a fire. Every game close. At halftime in both games, it was tied. So it's been literally a great back and forth. The series is tied 1-1. They
Mm-hmm.
was in Denver. Well, usually Denver
Y'all
is like,
blew it the other night, man. I woke up to y'all blowing it, man. I said, oh, y'all tired. Y'all dog tired up there, man.
and then my boy Jay McDaniels. We got Jay McDaniels. That man was like after the game told him, we just gonna attack all the bad defenders. And he was like, how
You
many the
said
bad defenders? He
all
named
of them.
all of them.
All of them. You said
He
all of
said
them. Can't none of them
Joker,
defend.
Jamal. He said AG, Aaron Gordon, Braun. All that. He named them first name and last. Like that's how you know what type of energy he on. And I
Yeah.
like that. He straight face and everything.
Jane
But
Daniels, you say you a dog, huh? You say you came here for all the smoke.
all
You gonna stay on their neck, huh?
that's that bulletin board material. Different
Oh
gonna have for
yeah.
show.
Oh yeah. You know the next game, Jokic's gonna come out and be like, all right, so that's a game that y'all played. Now I'm going back to triple doubles, and everybody's just gonna have to eat this whole dick.
What the thing is, he's not like lying low key. Like Joker ain't the best one on one defender.
He ain't a good
Jamal
defender. He ain't a good
Jamal Murray
defender.
ain't a great defender. AG, he probably the best one I feel like out of all of them out of that starting lineup for
To
sure.
me, it would be AG. But on another subject, real quick, we can get back to that
Yeah.
Nuggets game real quick. Let's just what's going on with Isaiah Thomas' face? Why his eyes look all swollen up? What's going on with Isaiah
Oh,
Thomas?
uh, he did have like a condition or like some type of I ain't gonna say disease, but like something he did like a health issue not too long ago. So I want to. Now I ain't gonna put nothing on that. I can't recall right now,
I
but it
don't
is
know what it
some.
is either, but I see his face like his eyes are swollen, like it's all swollen up, like he been boxing or something like that, like somebody been punching him in his eyes or something. But his eyes are swollen up. You know
You
what I
know,
mean?
he had some having health issues or just went through one. Or the
Okay.
last time I checked. So
Man, God bless you, Isaiah Thomas, man. I'm not gonna wish nothing on you. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we should look it up while we doing a podcast
I
and
think I,
everything, but I'm
'cause I
not sure what's
remember.
going on, man. And I want to make sure that he recovers from whatever it is, from recover from whatever it is that he's going through. Because I wouldn't wish it on. I don't want to
No,
wish no pain or no suffering on nobody. That
hell
you know
no.
that ain't a lot, especially a dude like that has done so much. You know.
Chicago legend for sure. No, I do remember watching like I think NBA TV. He was on there, and it do feel like his face was kind of like stiff or like probably like he could have been through a stroke or something. But I know for sure I read somewhere he had went through some health issues, and I think he was out for a little bit from TV. And I remember he coming back, he was just kind of like looking different, like you said. So prayers go out to him and his family. Hopefully,
100%.
everything turns out well. He get better and he can get back to just doing what he do. But it's tough, man. That's what come with age and life, man. Take care of yourselves out here.
Yes, sir. But back to it. Back to it. Denver
But yeah, bro,
Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves, the best series that there is going to be for in this first round, which is crazy. You wouldn't want this to be in the first round, but it got to be.
man,
It had to happen. It had to happen, bro.
it had to happen at some point. You're right. Game one, Denver beat the Warriors Wolves 116 and 105 in that game. So. coming in, I'm thinking like, all right, this is gonna be a fair, square, even game. Not knowing, I forgot about AE being out the last couple of weeks and playing spot games here and there. He got like a little knee situation where he looked a little gimpy in game one. I'm like, oh, okay, he got something going on. Every time he would like make a big jump or like come down on it, or you could see that he wouldn't go to the hole or cut to the hole as much as he usually would. And I was thinking that was going to be a problem. I was like, man, if he can't go to the hole or drive, and he just shooting jumpers, because it's gonna be a tough time for the Wolves, and I don't know if they can win like that. And a lot of his shots in that first game also was short because his knee. Like you just don't have that same lift when you do jump and you take a jump shot. So you could tell like a lot of his shots was short, like just like literally off the tip of the rim. So I was like, it's gonna look a little tough, but in game one, Joker and Murray balling, man. My boy Joker, he had 25 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, triple double, man. This man, as a center, averaging a triple double, you ain't never seen that shit before.
Yeah,
Uh,
big dude,
Jamal,
big
no, go
fella doing this thing. Go ahead, keep on going, keep going.
Jamal Murray, 30 points, five rebounds, seven assists in the first game. He been hooping all season. This is the first season where he hooped all the way wire to wire, like legit. He usually would coast through the season and then like turn up in the playoffs and become some other like superstar, all star type player.
Hmm.
Make big shots when he can. But
It's a fact.
this started off series first game. They got the Wolves on that one. AE had 22 points, nine rebounds, seven assists in game one. But it just that game, Randall was ass. I'm gonna give it to him. Randall was ass that game one. He was missing a lot of shots. He was not as aggressive as he usually was. And
Hmm.
when he was aggressive, he was missing a lot of bunny shot layups or easy shots that he usually would make. So he definitely needed some help. Jay McDaniels, had like a nice little 16, 17 point. Even Goldberg got a little bit of scoring in, but just wasn't enough. Denver looked like to be like the better team for that game, for that day. Um, Aaron Gordon them stepping up on the defensive end. But game two though, game two was lit just as much as the first one.
Game two was crazy. Like that's not what I was expecting from this team. I was not expecting Denver to like go away from what they were doing and end up having to fight for the last 7 to 8 minutes of the game. And then a shot selection of Denver was just bad. Like you could tell they were tired. You could tell like, they were gassed out. And salute to the Minnesota team for actually playing more guys than they normally play because they weren't just playing 6 or 7 guys. They had a decent rotation in there. And when they need to take Julius Randle out and let Nas go in there and ball, they really did that. Like they focused on that. And it worked to their advantage because they were able to keep a good body or a decent body on Jokic. You know what I mean? And while they was and at the same time guard the other guys from perimeter from side to side, like, and they were able to do that and keep those guys in check. You didn't really get like a huge effort from a Jokic, a Murray, or Aaron Gordon in that second game. Man, they did a beautiful job. They did a really good job of that. You know what I mean? But I would like to think that in this next game coming up. Jokic is gonna come back and go, all right. So if that's what they're gonna do, and we so garbage on defense, we so garbage on the offense end. I mean, on the defensive end, everybody got knuckled down. So now there may be, I would like to think there's gonna be spurts where they're gonna play a Christian Braun a little bit more. There may be a lot of guys that they may be switching in and out, and I would like to think that they would have Valanciunas going in there a little bit more. Hey, wear him out. Wear him out. He think he gonna wear us out. Go in there because you an offense. Valanciunas is an offensive talent as well. I would like to think that they're gonna let that guy go in there. Hey man, bang on him. Don't just bang on. Make him draw him out. Use your jump shot. Use your hook shot, and make it work to their to the best of their ability. You know what I mean? But at the same time, y'all got to put up some points on the board for yourselves as well, man. Hell of a game too, though, man. I really enjoyed watching that game. That was an awesome game to see, man. I
It was
really did think that
open.
the Nuggets would pull it out toward the end. It didn't go the way that I thought it would, but it was an awesome game. I was about to say brilliant, but awesome game. I don't know why I would have said
Yeah.
brilliant, but awesome
Yeah.
game. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Joker had 24 points, 15 and 8. Like he literally posting the same damn near thing every night. Uh, but Murray, 30 points, rebounds, seven assists. Like he was coming through, hit up big shots. Come like he been stepping up in the playoffs, man. 30 basically back-to-back 30-point games. And then
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards
yeah,
came out a little bit better this game. First game he had a little struggle. He had 22 points, nine and seven, but like you could tell the knee was bothering him. And in this game, he started off slow to me. I feel like a little bit, and I thought like, man, it was a time where I just saw him just shoot straight jumpers and wouldn't go to the hole. I was like, oh, if he can't do that, it's a wrap. And but he proved me wrong because he was out there blocking shit. He was going to the hole, dunking on motherfuckers, taking the shots. But he had 30 points. I think he had what 10 rebounds. And then Julius Randle stepped up. He came through game two. This is the Julius Randle I expected out of this. He had 24 points, 9 rebounds, six assists. Jay McDaniels 14 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. DiVincenzo we had like 14, 16 points or so. But bench gave us some help. So like you said, they played a little bit more guys off the bench. Nas Reed came through. Iowa a little bit more on this game. He had like nine, something like that, but like more on the defensive side and like running out, getting assists. He had 14 in his first playoff game, which is crazy. Like he'd been in the league for like 3, 4 years in his first playoff game officially. So shout out to Io. Minnesota,
yeah,
man. This
yeah. He
series,
was
I'm
he
looking
he
forward.
he had it going here and there. He had his engine running to like keep them going up and down the court and getting uh uh fast buckets or breakaway buckets when he could. Man, he did a really good job of helping Minnesota out with that. Man, he kept them on their toes.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the series, man. I'm hoping this goes 7, 6 at least. But I picked Minnesota to win. I'm gonna stick with it for now, but I'm happy with whoever wins this series. I'm mad that it could have been Denver versus Lakers. I mean Denver versus who they play, Houston, or in Lakers versus Minnesota, or Lakers versus Denver, whatever. How it would have went out because Lakers, man, they getting over right now. But shout out to the Denver Nuggets, Minnesota for putting it down right now. But
Hey man, it is what it is. They doing the job that they're supposed to do. They was in a
that's
perfect spot to play against the Rockets, and it just looks like it's just gonna be one of those things where LeBron gets to the second round. Playing a team that just doesn't have the actual pieces, and their main guys just down right now.
yeah. So we might as well hop on them real quick. Lakers up 2-0 against Houston. They had the home game, so they took care of home court. First 2 games took care of home court. Give them that. Shout out to LeBron. He's able to get them that rest of that team with no AR, no Luka Magic, and they play like the first game. They played like a team. Like it was scoring wise, it was spread out evenly, damn near between like 17, 18 for each person. Marcus Smart, uh, Rui Hachimura. I want to call him Huchimara, but and LeBron
You
when he
ain't nothing
had
but a hoochie mama, hood rat, hood rat, hoochie mama.
Huchimara.
Mm.
LeBron 19 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists. At his age, still putting up solid numbers. Game two, he was more effective. Not more effective, but like, he went more aggressive. He
Hmm.
had 28 points.
Hmm.
So for motherfucker that 28, 8 and 7, doing pretty good, man. What's his name? Coach JJ Redick,
Hmm.
low key kind of out coaching Ma Udoka. So man, KD being out game one, he had a bruised knee. I guess on practice on last Wednesday, he had one of his teammates ran into his knee. So that killed the steam out of the Houston right there because they already like without a real point guard, true point guard. But game one, Lakers took care of the business, beat the Rockets 107-98. And like you said, when we was talking the other day, you said Rockets got all the talent in the world, athleticism, but no real skill. And it showed in that game one. Like
Full
besides
of
Al,
full of athleticism, but skilled players, a point guard missing.
nobody can really go get their own
One or
shot like
two
that.
more shooters outside of KD missing.
Yeah. And, Alfred, he can kind of move, shake and bake, but like his layups be fluky as hell sometimes. So it's like you can't really you don't got no go person really like that on the team without KD.
Hmm.
And I mean, he's the point guard somehow still. So it's like he defended one of the better players on the other team, and then you want him to kind of score. His jump shot, solid but not that great. Not something you can rely on every game. But I mean, I guess fun fact, KD was came back in game two, and he played. I think he had what he had KD.
Did he play? I don't even remember seeing him. Maybe
Yeah,
that's when I
he he,
fell
he
asleep.
played. He played. He had the best game, but he had 23.6 rebounds, 4 assists. But what the Lakers was doing was double teaming him with Marcus Smart.
Mm.
And I believe what's crazy is when Ime Udoka was in Boston, and when he had Marcus Smart, they played KD when he was in Brooklyn in the playoffs or something like that. I want to say that, and he double teamed KD with Marcus Smart, slowing him down. And it's crazy how ironic that it turns out that Ime Udoka got KD now, and they're using the same game plan that he used on him years
Yeah,
ago.
he probably told the Lakers, "Hey, this is what we did when Ime was over there with Boston. This is how you shut him down." So I think
Yeah,
we should go with the same game plan because it works. It's effective.
yeah. So it seemed like in game one they was getting ran, but the first, game two it was 1-on-1 to 94. But it was a closer game. Like it was a nice little close game towards the end. KD came back, but it just showed, man. Like it at draft, not draft, at trade deadline when the Rockets was settled with what they had instead of going to get a real point guard or like a point guard that could help balance out this team.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of knew it was like they either taking that chance like all right, we know we ain't got Fred right now this year. We got him next year, so we're gonna ride with this team right now because I believe they didn't want to like give away too much of the player that's on the team right now to get a point guard or draft capital for the future. So I'm pretty sure they already gave up already enough from the Dream Harden trades and all this other stuff. But and KD probably trade as well.
All
Now I
right.
think about it.
All right.
But
Real quickly, NBA Hall of Famer. So this is just what AI has given me on Google. So it says NBA Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas revealed in late December 2024 that he is dealing with Bell's palsy, a
Bell's fault.
temporary condition causing muscle weakness or drooping on one side of his face, which affects his eye, jaw, and ability to smile. He described the condition as temporary and is continuing his work as an analyst while recovering.
Okay. So yeah, that sounds yep. That sounds
All
right.
right, so that sounds about right. So that lets me know about the swelling and everything else. But it also could, and then I don't know because I'm not in that circle. I'm not on NBA. I'm not NBA or NBC. Or I'm not behind the scenes or anything like that. But it also looks like he may be taking something for it,
Hmm.
or it just may be causing that actual stiffness in his face, where part of it just swells up. You know what I mean? And the other part looks like it's not working because for a minute it looked like he had been dealing with strokes or something like that. Like I said, I don't want
Yeah.
to wish anything like that on a good dude like that. You know, he always been a solid guy. So I wouldn't want to wish anything like that on him. You know, because he's a solid dude. Salute to everybody on the West Side, man. All the
That's
everybody under that VL lineage,
that's
2212 14 lineage. You understand me? All of them, every last one of them, up and down, through and through, sideways, backwards, forward, and everything else. But back to you, I just want to make sure I said that because I was inquiring about it for the past few days, and while we were here, I had the game on the same way you probably do, and you seen his face come up there, and it looked like, it looked like he's just talking like everything is regular, but it looks like there's a issue, an ailment with him. So I just wanted to mention that and kind of go through it real quick. But back to you, man. Keep it saucy. Keep on going.
yeah, yeah. So with that, it's just like them not making the trade for a point guard. It's showing right now in the playoffs that y'all need a true point guard to run that offense and somebody to alleviate some pressure off KD because everything is going through him. They can't get a shot off without him being either a decoy or coming off picks and making a shot. And he showed a little rust in that game too. He made some bad turnovers, and it's just like now after that game, everybody talking about shit. I believe him now. Everything he said on them burners about his team this year, he wasn't lying. I'm like,
What was he
yeah.
saying on the burners? What was he saying on the burner accounts?
Oh, he was roasting his players, his teammates. He was saying like Jabari Smith was a dumbass. He was saying like I think he said something about Alpha like you know, this guy supposed to be your future, and he can't even do certain things. Like he was going off on certain like
But
key
you
players
doing
on the
all
team.
that, but you still showing how much of a pussy you are because you still there playing. You
I
still
mean,
there playing, And no matter
because
what you say about them your teammates. Right there on the court. Them your
it, it,
teammates. And you're
it
not
ha-
making them no better.
and this is where it's kind of showing it like it is he. I feel like he's Carmelo Anthony with just the rings because he went to Golden State. I mean, not saying Carmelo Anthony ain't a great player. Like I feel like he is, but like one of the top players of all time. But it's like that's the narrative that they gave him. He's just a scorer. He don't make teammates better. He just shoot. That's
And
kind of what KD.
when have you ever seen him make a team better? Besides him just being an efficient scorer. When has he
KD,
ever done anything outside of that?
come on, KD.
Yeah.
I mean, it's by itself. I mean,
By himself,
I
not with the Warriors, by himself. Because we gonna always go back to OKC being
yeah,
up 3-1, right?
yeah.
And he couldn't get over the hump. And all you needed was one game, brother. That's all you needed was one
One
game.
game.
You couldn't get over the hump. All right, cool. You go to Golden State Warriors and you get two championships, two MVPs. And then Draymond said, "Man, we were already good before you got here. We were good before you got here. We were already good. We were already cooking. All right, cool. They don't want you over there. You go to Brooklyn. All right,
Yep.
cool. It don't work over there. Where did he go after Brooklyn? Was it Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay, you in Phoenix. You got Devin Booker. You got Devin Booker, Chris Paul, John Wall. What happened there?
Shit, he ran out muffin Chris Paul, and what's crazy when the year he got there with Chris Paul and them, I think it was like half a season or something, or like most of the season, they was winning, they was killing, and then trade deadline, they got him up out of there
It's the
for
same
Bradley
thing that
Bill.
happened. It's the same thing that Bradley Beal ended up. I think I said Bradley Beal or John Wall, whatever I said. It's the same thing that happened with him all the time, man. Man, let's just hoop. Let's just hoop. Let's just hoop. All right, we hooping now. So we all out here playing basketball, but they keep saying you're a leader and you're this guy. And I've been saying since this dude left OKC that he was never really the leader. He's never been a leader. It's always been someone else. He want to just hoop, play ball. He know the plays. He know everything else. But all dude want to do is just hoop. Man, has he ever had a season where he averaged 10 rebounds a game
I
or
don't think
better?
so. I always feel
Has
like
he?
he should have.
Has
Like,
he? Has Kevin Durant ever had a
I
season?
want to not average, though. Like I don't know. I don't think so. Close, maybe 7, 8, but maybe it's MVP season, if that. I do remember when he went to Golden State, he learned how to play some defense more effectively and like actually becoming a problem like on defense as far as like threatening people on going to the hole and just getting a shot over him. But I mean, KD, it's kind of like James Harden. He kind of run away from the grind and just whenever if he don't feel like he's going well. Which I understand. If you're a player, like have control of your career, but
Season career high 8.3,
8.3,
2016, 2017. And he was with the
probably
Golden State Warriors at the time.
right. So yeah, that's when you start. That's where I feel like you start to learn
NBA
how to play.
career average is 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds a game across 18 seasons.
I think he started to realize like he could use his body more for the height to get rebounds and play some defense, get some blocks when he was at Golden
What
State.
I think about him is that his engine runs hot. Kevin Durant has to be efficient because there's only so much he can do with that real thin body frame that he has. So he has to do whatever he needs to do in a certain time frame before he exhausted. And then after that, after he exhausted, he's not the guy that you really need after that. That's just me thinking. That's just me thinking from watching and looking at players. Because LeBron is 6'9", 250, 260 pounds. All right. And he gets up and down the court with the best of them. This is a guy that I put up.
41.
Yeah, 40 years old. This is a guy at his peak could give you 50 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists. At the peak.
And it was crazy.
This is
Like
a guy that left Miami, went back to Cleveland, won a championship, and was almost averaging a triple double.
yeah, I
You
man,
understand me? Like this is a guy that did a lot throughout the course of his career and while he was playing in those games. And some of those were battles against a guy like KD. And you can't even, this is a guy, you got burner accounts, but you can't get out here and average 10 rebounds a game. You can talk about these guys. You can say stuff about them and talk about them behind the scenes and say all this negative stuff about them. But that's the reason why everybody look at you and go, yo, it ain't us, it's him. That's why every time we look up, you bounce around.
I
That's why
mean,
every time we look up, you never with the same team or the same group of guys because it was Russell Westbrook fault.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
Draymond Green fault. It was Kyrie Irving and James
Harden.
Harden fault.
Yeah. I mean, I give him that
Then
when he
they,
was that one season where Brooklyn they had a chance to go to the conference finals and his toe stepping on that
Your
line.
toe
I
was on
guess
the line. I hear you. Your toe was on the line, brother. You missed a great chance to
because
win a
it was
championship,
just
and
him, so I was like,
you did a hell of a job with taking those guys as far as that you could get them in that conference. I mean, in the playoffs at that time, you did a hell of a job. Like I'm not gonna criticize you for that. But for the most part, when everybody look at your body of work, they're gonna go, "Yo, you don't. It's you. It's
yeah.
you." If ever these guys just wanna just talk and speak about it, they can all say, "Man, when we was on that team, like, oh, that's all dude wanna do." He just go out and hoop. Like he's not the greatest defensive guy out there on the court. He's not a great weak side rim protector. He don't rebound. Like no one said that yet, but we see it. But we just some regular guys who don't know what we talking about.
Even LeBron and Curry got another championship after he got his with Golden State. So it's like,
Yeah.
is this?
The motherfuckers that are the best in the league kept winning after you got off their team. The top of the top, Stephen Curry, LeBron James, they still won championships. You know? What happened with you though, my guy? And you out here talking about these players that you gotta get up and go share
That's
space with all the time. Like you got to
that's
share space with them. What are you doing?
that what makes it crazy because like that happened around All Star break. So like literally during the break, so I remember they had like a video of him on the court during like the festivities, like either the dunk contest, 3-point contest, or the basically like the rookie softball game damn near. And he on the court looking at his phone, like texting, mad texting, like you could tell like he doing like his agent or whoever like having like a huge like PR like trying to get everything straight because that
Niggas
was
be doing
tough.
dumb shit, man. And then they want to blame it on everybody else. And you need to start smoking. All y'all niggas need to start smoking. Cause y'all ain't even performing at your highest ability. Y'all niggas be lighting up a lot of weed.
Somebody says motherfuckers got to go back to doing crack or cocaine or something. Let's
I
just
don't
get
know
the
if they're gonna go
league.
back to doing crack. I
I
want
mean,
y'all to do
cocaine.
some. I think y'all should do some cocaine. You know what I mean? But I also think you motherfuckers should actually start working out. Fuck all this training and all this plyometrics. Matter of fact, keep the plyometrics. Fuck all this just running up and down the court doing practice. They need to get y'all in there and make y'all do the shit that makes these guys tough. They need to go back to that. But they can't because y'all be talking all this shit about all the game. It's too we need this. Man, the NBA ain't gonna change nothing about how things are running. There will be no 60, 65 game season. The reason why is because you motherfuckers keep getting hurt. Why are they gonna give y'all less games for a product that they selling at a high price? So for 82 games, we need to get all of our money that we've invested into you guys. And we not gonna cut the season short because y'all getting injured. Y'all motherfuckers need to start getting healthy. And y'all need to start working out in the summer. And y'all need to train y'all body to be conditioned to do this stuff. Where is the strength and conditioning training happening at, man? Why is
Yeah.
everybody just working on the bad? Let me work on my bad. Let me make sure like I'm fundamental, like I can dribble and I can do this and I can shoot the ball well. That's cool. But where is the actual physical training for these guys? Why are they not training, bro?
I mean, I keep seeing more and more videos of people saying like they don't like. I mean, nobody would like they say likes to live, especially but in the NBA for sure. Like a lot of them young cats don't like to live. I mean, look at KD. He's still skinny as a motherfucker when he first came in the league. But I just saw a video with
But we know it ain't all of them because we know Giannis came into the league
yeah,
190 pounds strong, and by the time he was in year 10, he's six what 6'11", seven
yeah,
feet,
yoked now.
250, 260 pounds. There aren't too many guys doing that, man. These guys are y'all complaining and y'all are bitching about the season being too long, but y'all ain't doing the work to be good enough to last. The energy that y'all are exerting, you're supposed to exert that. The average NBA player, they can look it up. Hey, how many miles are we running every day on the court when we're hooping in regulation time? In regulation time, how many miles are we running up and down the court? Then y'all go into practice. Y'all find out what that is, and y'all should be running that every day.
True. I mean, I'm hearing that they don't practice as much in training camp, especially like
And then
they
y'all
don't play
now
enough
you know
games.
why.
They do all like you said, they do the extra like training on the side with trainers, but that don't even make you better at the game. So like they need to do more 5-on-5 every day type shit. Like not every day, but pretty much most of the time when you have a little off day, learn the game. That's how you learn the game. Is like just going against different people, learning different styles, different moves, the counter for the counter, defending that.
Kobe Bryant said, attack me in practice with the same vigor that they attack me during the game. He said practice is supposed to simulate what the game is really like. That way, when once the game gets started, none of this stuff will affect us. We're not worried about getting bumped. We're not worried about getting flop. We're not worried about flopping calls. We're not worrying about any of that once the game starts because we've already went over this in practice. And the players aren't doing that, bro. And then now we see why these guys are always injured. And that ain't not some of them are not even injured. They just falling down and flopping and making it a soap opera, bro. Everybody's acting. All these punk motherfuckers need Emmys and Oscars and shit because they flopping all over the court. LeBron, thanks to LeBron, they doing that. And now they don't want to work out. Come on, man. Make it make sense. So to the players who figure that it's best to have less games, they have to cut your salary too.
Yeah, that money going down then if that's the case. Less TV deals and all that stuff, less marketing. You losing money if you ain't gonna have that same bread. It ain't gonna be it's guaranteed or whatever.
Whatever
No.
deal that they have in advertising with Nike, Adidas, Office Depot, Office Max, I'm just throwing out names. Whoever it is, they're gonna keep that deal. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut y'all salary and make it make sense for them. Oh, so we got to skim some off the top. Y'all want 65 games? All right, bet. We'll give y'all 65 games. That's cool. Shoot. We'll keep the rest of this money. That's a couple more billion for us that we throw back into the pot. Go ahead. Go ahead. See what happens. See how that go for y'all, man. Y'all need to get y'all asses in shape and realize like this is the game that y'all asked to be a part of and that y'all wanted to play, and y'all got to go out there and dog the game out, man. That's why when they keep saying, man, that the game today is played soft and Mike can average 50 points, 45 to 50 points, it's possible, bro. Because when you look at these guys, they didn't even have to play with them rules, man. Dominique Wilkins and all them getting fouled and getting slammed to the ground. Patrick Ewing and them fouling you when you go into the cup. Y'all ain't even playing with these rules. You can't even put your hand on the guy to hand check him and keep him from driving the ball to the basket. You got to literally let him go by you and put your hands up and do like this. Like you can't even push the guy back. A gentle push or nudge is a foul, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's not insane. It's crazy. It's wild that you all think that this game today, a guy whose era was the 80s to the mid 90s, that he couldn't come in and dominate. Yeah, he would. He would come in and look at the game like, oh, I can get away with that. Oh, I can get away with that. So y'all not really gonna foul me. So I can just get away with anything on the court. And then I'm gonna go back and play defense because y'all don't even want to play defense.
Yeah, that's what's really lacking. Nobody could really trying to play defense either. So it's literally just a lot of sliding and gliding, pick and roll. Motherfuckers just going to the hole a little bit, not too easy, but it's like I feel like it was ways of being stopped back then where you had to think about it sometimes coming to the hole with some motherfuckers.
The game back then was one on one though. It was more one on one then instead of what it is today. It was a lot of pick and roll and you switching your man or you staying with your man and everything like that. The game back then was if there is a pick and roll, you fight through it. Now you can't even fight through because they'll fall down and someone will start crying like they Prince. Like they'll pass out or something on the court. So the game is way different than what we right.
99. Dun, 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 dun. Man, for real, like it's getting ridiculous right now. I
Yeah,
feel like back then they at least ran more plays too. Like it was 1-on-1 or they ran some plays. Literally, now it's just hey, swing the ball, pick and roll, dish it out, shoot three, or lay it up.
that's
And
it. That's it. The mid-range game. They act like the mid-range game is a terrible thing, man.
And but that's what's killing the playoffs right now. If you got a mid range game or a nice balance of it, you most like look at OKC, SGA and them. They the main ones. They killing right now. Shit, LeBron and them, they 2-0. His mid range threes and all that. Shout out to Luke Kennard. That man was a great addition. I mean, well, at the time, it seemed like it was like a decent addition on the a trade deadline for the Lakers. But for the last he had 27 points in the first game, what? Yeah, no, yeah, 27 points in the first game. He had 23 in the second game for a dude they just got this season. But a funny thing they said, it's funny how like all the white people that is going now they winning because like AR and Luka Magic like they had
Man.
too many white boys in the lineup can be detrimental at times. You can't name a great white team since probably like the Celtics in the 80s that like led their team to a championship with basically mainly white guys. But you
Oh,
know,
it'd be hard to do that, man. They got to be real sauced up if you're gonna have a bunch of white guys running down the court running the game. They got to be cold in the motherfucker.
yeah, but Marcus Smart been stepping up. I thought he was kind of getting towards that washed, cooked, part of his career, but he showed up in the playoffs a couple of games, played some good defense on the Houston Rockets. So I give props to Lakers. You up 2-0. You took care of home court.
That's crazy. Like they one of the teams that we are looking at and saying that they're 2-0 in the playoffs. That's crazy.
And they're just gonna try to hype up LeBron more with his GOAT stats because if they somehow win this series, or especially if they somehow go sweep, they sweep or do a
Bro,
gentleman sweep.
if they sweep him, they gonna go on to say they're gonna do a lot of nut gobbling. It's gonna be he's the first
Definitely dick
40
ride.
they're gonna be he's the first 48,000-year-old player to sweep a series and average 19 points a game, as the leader of the team with no help on the squad. They're gonna play it up. You know how they're gonna play it up, you know.
And so you just giving them more time for chance to bring Luca back or AR if they trying to
Yeah.
get back
I
first round
thought
pick
I
or
thought
whatever.
AR-15 would be back, man. I didn't expect him to be out this entire time. So that oblique injury might actually be something noteworthy and something that's actually something that's bothering him. It might be more than an oblique injury. So I don't know what it is, but on the episode of basketball as well, though, we can't actually say that Detroit won against the Orlando Magic.
Yep, 1-1,
Yep.
tied 1-1.
Yep.
And that was that first game. Orlando Magic was giving it to Detroit, man. They was more physical than them, even though Detroit is known to be physical. They were way more physical than them. Played way better ball. Bankero, Wendell Carter, I can't believe was being an impactful player for this team.
Not
Bane,
expecting that.
Brian Wagner. So this is a team they expected to have this season, this all season, but it took
Hmm.
a long time for them to figure some shit out. And it's crazy how maybe legit the social not social media and sports media roasting them got them in check. So they lost a day by then what 18, 15 points or 10. But to still a game while you on the road, hey, that's all you can ask. At least start off. It ain't a series until somebody lose in the first,
Yeah,
at
that's
home.
what they've
So
been. That's what they've been saying. That's what they've been saying, and it's looking good. However, Cleveland is getting the best of the Raptors in that series. They're up
yes,
2-0
sir.
on them now. Cleveland leads the series 2-0. So the teams
Hey,
that I want to win are sort of winning. I don't care about that. But Boston, what are y'all doing, man? The fuck is going on, Boston? What are y'all doing right now, man? Come
fuck
on,
niggas, weak ass
yo.
bitch ass dog.
Watch your pussy ass. Watch that bullshit.
You
I can't.
defended the racist ass city.
Yo,
Fuck out of here.
that city is racist in a motherfucker, man. That city racist.
This
And I didn't
man
just say
root
nothing
for
about the.
Boston, but drinking a Moors
No,
beer.
no,
That don't mix.
no. I'm rooting for Jalen Brown and
I'm
Jason
rocking with
Tatum.
him.
All
I'm
right,
rocking with
you
him.
don't want that big pickle green ass shirt on, motherfucker. But
Hey, I'm at somebody else's crib, my brother crib. I forgot to bring his shirt. So
yeah, nigga. You got on a Boston green shirt on the wrong day. How
this
about you
ain't
wear it when they actually playing? Mother
No,
loving.
I'm aware when they're not playing because I don't want to show up no type of rooting for them. And I told y'all like,
Let's
especially with
go,
Hooch out there, man.
Celtics.
But no, shout out to the 76ers for winning that game because
Crazy.
VJ Edgecombe
He put on the
had
show.
30 points, 10 rebounds. They saying that's the first person to do that since Magic Johnson and
Mm,
some shit like that.
mm.
But if I'm not mistaken, as a rookie, I believe I'm
Okay.
not. If I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
Derrick Rose had 36 and 10 in his first playoff game against the Celtics in
Mm.
2008. Derrick
Okay.
Rose had 36 points and 11 assists, matter of fact. So unless they count just 30 and 10, just that stat, then okay. But Derrick Rose did it before too, and that was his first playoff game. This one was Edge EVJ's second game, but I don't know, man. Is is Paul Wall cooked? Finished? I mean, even though he did have like 19, 20 points that game, they're gonna need that for them to try to make this a series.
Is Paul Wall cooked?
Paul George, I call him Paul Wall George because he ain't been on shit since he left Clippers.
Oh, okay. Make sure I understand that shit because he's Paul Wall. I'm like Paul Wall. He doing all right, brother. Still
As I
sitting sideways and got a beautiful wife and kids. Derrick Rose's first playoff game was on April 18th, 2009, where he recorded a historic 36 points, 11 assists, and 4 rebounds as a rookie, leading the Chicago Bulls to a 105-103 overtime win against the Boston Celtics. This performance tied Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record for the most points by a rookie in a playoff debut.
against the defending champions, and also had considered one of the best first round
Sa-
series ever. And I went to two of those games.
Yes,
That was actually my first first ever Bulls games was that playoff series.
okay.
So I'm glad I was
Okay.
able to witness that. That one ticket was only $60, $40 in the new
Yeah.
nosebleeds.
Ooh-wee.
Man, these
Now
resellers, fuck y'all.
150.
Matter of fact, my biggest fuck you
Let that shit out. Go let
to
it go
all the
to it.
resellers to these concert tickets or anything. At first, when y'all did the shoe game, I was like, all right, stay there. Y'all, that's cool. I ain't buying all these shoes anyway. Concerts was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Festivals and all that. You can go
Mm-hmm.
to a concert, $60, $50 cheap, or $80 at the most, for a good seat. Now you spending 200, 300 for one person, maybe two people, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's ass. I hate y'all resellers. Like that's my biggest hate, right? But here go the Packers and the resellers of these concert tickets. Fuck y'all. Ticketmaster, fuck y'all. All y'all.
The
I
Bulls
was so
organization, fuck y'all too at them high ass prices, man. All because y'all bought into Zach Levine bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
fuck this over, man. I gotta go ahead and spend 3 times as much for a ticket that for a game where y'all ain't even doing nothing. Y'all ain't out here doing shit, half-ass winning ass team, man. Bunch of you know what? Y'all got the right name too. A bunch of bullshit. Fuck wrong with y'all. That's why me and Keith, we joined the motherfucking Boston Celtics, god damn it. You see him
what?
with that
Hell
green
no.
on? You see him with that green on? Keith,
I'm
come on
Charlie
home, baby.
Hornets
Keith,
and
come on
Minnesota
home, baby.
Timberwolves right now, baby. Nah, but back to the 76ers though. Tyrese Maxey went off on them in the game too. Was snap. I think he had like 30 some points. Was dicking them. Pause. No, was dicking them though. He was going to
Whoa,
the hole. He is somebody with a
whoa.
nice little step back joint. Made do touch earth.
Mm.
Step back three splash.
Oh, I saw that one. I said, oh,
Then
he's smooth with that one.
and then
He's
came
smooth
back
with
the
that
next
one.
play, went to the hole. Tatum was hating. He pushed him. He and one on. And
Yeah,
it was so quiet in that bitch. He in there yelling. You could hear him yelling. I'm like, damn.
yeah.
Boston
He
fans
took the life
salty,
out of them.
salty as hell today.
Yeah, he took the life out of them.
But that series 1-1. I want to
God
give it.
damn it. That's not what I wanted, man. I want them to go ahead and ride down on these mogs and get them out the way.
I
That's what was
told,
supposed to happen.
but if they can get a steady 18, 20 points from Paul George and somebody else on that team besides VJ and Tyrese Maxey, which they got my boy with the hair Kelly Oubre and Andre Drummond,
Yeah,
Bona and all them.
he hoop here and there. Kelly Oubre will hoop when he, every now and
Yeah,
then. But like, hey, this league is so offensive driven, man. Like that's all that everybody's doing. It's just everything is just offense. So, it just is what it is. But
And also,
I don't know what to tell you.
Brandon Ingram, wake the fuck up.
Man, I'm gonna let you talk about that while I go get me some chips out the kitchen. All right, go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram, Cleveland up 2-0 because he been asked the first two games. First game, he blamed on the coach, talking about something, I ain't getting enough shots, I'm doing what the coach say, what he called. All right, cool. Like we let you slide with that. Not really, but 9 shots ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna help the team. That's why they got smacked in that first game. But the second game, a little bit more close in the first half, first 3 quarters. But Brandon Ingram was still having a hard time, and that's in game two compared to game one. He got a little more. He got a few more shots up, but game two, the reason why they losing bad is because he ain't showing up, and he the all star. He the main guy. Everybody talking about him, gorilla, either Glorilla, either giving him too much pussy or not enough. I don't know, but I thought
I ain't buying into none of that shit.
I
Like
thought
I
that they
said, you niggas is hot, man.
there was a rumor that they had broke off. Like, oh shit, this breakup hurting them more than I thought.
Mm-mm.
But they still together, so I'm like, oh shit, he probably got to break up with a nine.
These niggas ain't hooping like they supposed to. That's all. That's
These
all.
niggas.
Y'all ain't hooping, man.
Yeah,
Y'all all man. If the guys that we think are supposed to be hooping at a high level, and we looking at LeBron at 40 doing what he doing, the league is in trouble, bro.
yeah,
The league is in trouble. I'm telling you. The only motherfuckers I see out there that really want to hoop really bad is Tyrese Maxey.
now you want to fuck with him. Now you want to fuck with him.
No, fuck you.
No,
Fuck
man, it's
fuck
I'm
you,
wa-
fuck your opinions, and fuck everything else.
my bad. I'm watching my brother and sister-in-law cats.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Fuck them cats too. They probably Bulls fans. Fuck y'all. But
but yeah,
listen here, man.
Bi, step your shit up if y'all
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
win a game.
Y'all
But
going home. It don't even matter no more.
yeah, this is Spider finally got help because that was his thing. Like he would get to like the second round, third round, and just couldn't get over that hump, or he needed extra help. Harden, he needed help too, but he don't need to be the scorer. Just play make, then be the scorer if you need to be. But still, you got motherfucking Jared Allen. You still got Evan
Mobley.
Mobley,
Mm-hmm.
Max Strus. You got some
Mm-hmm.
guys now you can dish the ball out and let them score, do their thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Cleveland, depending on who they play next in the second round, they can get to the conference finals in the East. But right now, OKC up 25-19 against Phoenix Suns.
Oh, let me turn to that shit then.
They up
I'm
one
bugging now.
1-0. Your boy SGA out there.
You know that Shea Butter Boogie. That's my guy.
Another series. I was watching it yesterday. Spurs versus Portland. Series
Mm.
tied 1-1.
God bless Wimby. Man, he took a
Man,
hell of a dive, man. He
that,
hit his face on the ground twice, so he
they
definitely got 2 concussions out that thing.
yeah,
Hopefully
he
his
definitely
grill is looking better than mine.
that's what I was like when I saw it because like I saw it like he fell, but I'm thinking like he like bullshitting a little bit, trying to kill some time,
Mm-mm, he
get
went
his
out. He went
rest.
out. He went
But
out.
yeah, I'm
His
saying
synapses cut off.
in the real time, I'm looking. I'm like, oh, he's bullshit. But they showed the slow motion when he went face first. Like he tried to brace himself, but he's so damn skinny that he was able to still like brace himself enough to like not hit his face first into the goddamn hardwood.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ain't never seen somebody just hit face first in the hardwood like that. Like and then led to a concussion. He took a minute, like a few minutes for him to get up. He was a little groggy, a little
That's because he was concussed. He was out of it. He was literally out of it. He hit it the first time, boom. And then he hit it again, boom. I was like, oh yeah, you out. So that's like 2 punch. For those who don't know what happened to him in boxing terms, he got punched, right? And then he got punched again while he was on the ground. So it's kind of like when a fighter hits a guy and he goes out from the punch and then he hits the ground and his head hits the mat, bang, and you just see his head bounce off the mat like that. That's what he did, except in the basketball form. So he hit the mat. I mean, he hit the mat. He hit the hardwood. His face, his chin snapped. Didn't snap, but it snapped around. He hit the mat. He hit the hardwood. and then he hit the hardwood again. So he was out on the first one, and he came back too, but then he passed back out again. So um, concussion protocol for him. So I'm sure he's going to be out for a couple days.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. This ain't NFL.
yeah, he's definitely
That's
going to
right.
be out
Right.
for a little
Right.
bit. I don't know if they're going to put him back in and let him come back for another game, or not, for the next game. I said not saying
Yeah,
another.
probably. I think the next game is Friday. I doubt he'll play that. But I think the next game after that is Sunday, maybe, but we'll see. Depending on he got to go through some tests. He got to pass a couple things for them to even okay with him to play. But yeah, man, that without him, it's tough without him. Even though in the game after he left, they still had the lead. They still was in the game. You know, Vessel, Castle, Dylan Harper showed up a little bit off the bench, 10
Put some
points,
respect on that man's name. It's
and then
Vasil. It's
De'Aaron
not
Fox,
Vassal. It's Vasil. It's not Vassal.
Vasil, what's his first name?
I don't know. Just
He ain't put enough respect on my man's name to know his first name. No, it's playing,
okay.
but it's Vasil, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's Vasil.
but yeah, wait. Wimby had 35 points in the first game, five, rebounds, two blocks. Only 5 points in the second game, four rebounds until he got hurt. But that team, man, it's gonna be tough without him. Like, even though they learned how to play with him a few games this season, the regular season without him,
Which they did. They did well too.
I think it's still be even match with them, like between them and Portland. But it's just De'Aaron Fox got to step his game up. You want to see more from Castle, Vasil, Champagne,
Champagne.
Champagne.
Mm-hmm.
And then Harrison Barnes got to hit some shots. But if Dylan Harper could be that, he's literally the number two pick this year, and kind of forgotten, not forgotten, but just like it was mainly Con Knipple and the Cooper Flag show this year. But if he can step up and be showing why he was number two pick, he can get them some go. But shout out to Portland for getting the win. Thiago Splitter got them playing really well.
Wasn't
Drew,
something I was expecting to happen.
yeah, Drew Holiday in game two showed why he's one of those guys. Like he a type of player that he helps you win a championship or help you win. Like no matter where you go, he helped them become a winner or like a better team. He had 16.5 rebounds, 9 assists. Came through
Mm.
that game too. Game one was a little pedestrian, but
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Scoot Henderson. He is
Man,
having a
bro.
breakout series, breakout game for like his first couple seasons. He came in the same year as Wemby, kind of been pushed aside, not talked about because he struggled. He was injured, wasn't really scoring like that, wasn't really getting off like being the guy you saw him in when he was in the G League in 19 and in high school and all in college. But yeah, he had 31 points in game two. That's a breakout game for me right there for him, especially in the playoffs. He was hooping. He was controlling the game. And he was doing a lot of things. Then obviously had like 14 points, four rebounds, three assists in that game. So he kind of had like a tame, not the greatest game, but Scoot Henderson stepped up when he needed. He had 18 points in that first game as well. So like, shout out to Scoot, man, coming through, showing. Now you got the shine on him, the lights on him, and he coming up big for that Portland team, which made it 1-1. And it's a tough out for the Spurs if we miss a few games.
Who's a young boy that's supposed to be hooping with them? Is it Shaden Sharp or something like that?
Yeah, he like a dunker type dude, like
Oh,
energy, mini energy guy. But he
okay.
got if he
Okay.
he got a couple skills, he can still get a couple shots in there. But if he really lock in this
Young
offseason,
brother. Yeah. Young brother, work on your game because you're gonna need to do more than just slash the bucket and dunk the ball. You're gonna need a jump shot. You're gonna need to be a threat defensively. You should make sure that you are a 3 and D guy. Open your bag up. Make sure that you can do more than what you're doing now because more you'll be more you'll be worth more to every team when you can do more things on the court, and they'll need that. And you're gonna be asking for that bag when they're gonna go, what have you done for me lately? Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, yeah. So make sure that bag is right, man. Yup.
it's crazy how like things can change. 'Cause I was all about the Spurs can get to the Western Conference Finals, and one injury with the Wemby kind of takes that away from that team. I think the
They're gonna
coach
be all right.
it's solid enough to keep them afloat. But I don't know if they
They're gonna be
miss
all right.
if you miss 2 games. I mean, it's Portland. I can see them pulling it off, but like Portland ain't no joke. Like Denny Avdia got them playing right. The Bulls, it could have been us. We could be in the East right now in the playoffs with Denny Avdia and whoever the hell
Listen to
else.
this. Listen to this. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
But instead, y'all want to draft Patrick Williams. Still don't understand that shit. We're gonna keep talking about that until they get him up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm. Hot garbage.
that series 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando Detroit 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Boston 76 1-1. Another series that's 1-1 that's been pretty good, low key. Knicks versus Hawks. Knicks game
They've
one
been
was
battling. They've been battling.
they've been battling.
They've been
Knicks
battling that
game one,
series.
stars came up big. Cat had 25. I think
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson had about like 20, 29, something like that. They won that game in New York pretty, not convincingly, but like, they was up for most of it. Atlanta is shown, they're young, but they athletic and they still got a good team. DJ McCullum is got found the fountain of youth or is rejuvenated with this young team because he was off in Rikers Island and with the Washington Wizards.
He's there, Rikers Island.
Like he was so in Alcatraz, someone like just left to die. With going from New Orleans to Washington, but in game two, boy, he showed out and when he put 32 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists as the point guard for that team leading them the way, hitting big shots, mid range. Another person that just do the mid range and is successful for him and helping
So,
that team get points on that board. But that game two was a great game, back and forth game. New York,
mm-hmm.
Carnegie Towns kind of shied away a little bit, but what it was, CJ McCollum was hunting Jalen Brunson. Like every
He
time,
was. He going right at him.
like, you
And
a cone, my
CJ
boy.
McCullough got a bag, bro. He got a bag on him.
Yeah, he do. I thought he was declining a little bit, but he just had to be on a good team and show off his skills. And especially for them to have the real point guard on their team, he's the point guard
It
for
looked
him.
like
But
he said, if we gonna be here, man, we might as well just fight for this thing. Like it ain't like we that bad where we can't beat the New York Knicks and get a game, get confident and get another game. Like they
yeah,
can do it. They really can do it.
you can do it. Oh, yeah, no, for real though. Like this gonna be more of a series than I expected. Like I mean, I thought
Mm-hmm.
they could, but I'm like, it's gonna show in the youth. But in New York, honestly, New York is finals a bust. Cause like you got rid of Tibbs, now you got Mike Brown.
Well, we know that ain't happening.
If you don't go further than or don't go to the conference finals at all, or even further than that,
They're not getting there,
terrible.
bro. Stop it.
You said what?
They're not getting there. Stop it.
It depends on if they do win this, who they play next. I gotta see the brackets.
So if they win this series, well, we'll worry about that later because it's
Yeah,
still Cleveland still got to play against blah 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 Toronto and
you know what I'm saying?
Celtics.
Like, I mean,
Your new favorite team, the
if they
Celtics, got to play against. They got to finish off 76ers. So
yeah, so I mean, New York versus Boston, that could be
mhm.
tough. That's gonna be tough. New York versus Cavs, that's gonna be tough. New York versus Orlando or Detroit, either
Speaking on the
one.
76ers, do you think Joel Embiid is done?
Yeah, you ain't answer my question. Is Paul George no, no, but
You asked me
I,
that.
I
You didn't ask me
mean,
that.
because I said Paul Wall George, but is he like what you mean done? Like is he done at being an all
Have
star?
we seen the best of Joel Embiid? Is he done?
I, I, I don't want to say that because like I feel like maybe if he just had like this rest of this off season to get healthy, in shape, maybe, but he can still give us a couple more seasons of like all star level play. But I don't know, man. I don't want to doubt him, but it just you came in the league, you missed your whole first year, and then I
Mhm.
think you played probably about the same. You missed as many games you probably played, if not more games than you
Mhm.
played. So it's like he can play. He just wanted to be no. You ain't gonna be that number one option no
And we
more.
know that, but we know that now. We know you're not the number one option. We know that you may not end up being a number two option.
Right. I'm saying like two, three. I mean, three, maybe four on a good team that he can go to. Plus you like to play somewhere. Every time you play, you barely lost. So, I mean, if you want to come to Chicago for the cheap, come and fuck with your boys. But no, I don't want to deal with that because every game gonna have to worry about is he gonna play, is he hurt,
Mm-mm. He
all
better
that.
off going to Golden State.
Unless he just like come for cheap, then I'll take it. But I ain't trying to give up nothing too much crazy.
He better off going
But
to Golden State and doing something out there.
yeah, he'll give Steph maybe a chance for another one.
He
Ooh,
would be a great on in the pick and roll and everything like that. And then it would help with Draymond too, because now you got a big man that can pop out and hit the three too, hit the three as well. And you'll make that a lot easier for that team. But it'll just be getting up and down the court. Can Joel Embiid physically take the toll of getting up and down the court, and then not only go through the surgeries and the rigors of the physical conditioning and getting back into shape, but can you get yourself down to 280 pounds? Can you get down to 270 and play and be healthy throughout the course of a season? Can you take the time right now to get your surgeries? If he's done for the season, I'm not sure if he is, but if you're done for the season, or when you're done for the season, whenever you guys go home, can you take the time out to get the correct surgeries, heal, rest, and come back and do the conditioning to get yourself in shape, not game shape, because you won't know what game shape is until the season starts and you're around your actual teammates, and then you guys are fouling each other, bumping each other into each other, and then you guys are getting in shape that way. But can you get yourself back into shape where you can get up and down the court and you can get strong and you can go up and down the court and be effective? Can you do that? We don't know that yet. So
that
that's why I asked that question, because if he's not capable of doing that, and he was supposed to do that this offseason, was he not? He's supposed
yeah.
to take the time out to get healthy and do his surgeries, and we don't know what he ended up doing.
I mean, because this was right. Because we went to the off season the year before after the playoffs. Went to the USA,
He went to the Olympics,
played
which
that.
they
You
asked him
know,
not to. They wanted him not to. They said we don't
yeah,
want you to
because
go to
he
Africa,
wasn't fully
and we
all the
don't
way
want you doing
healthy
the
from the
USA.
season.
Yeah, and
So
he
it's
went out
like,
there and played, and he didn't have any time to heal because he was out there in France balling. And
yeah,
he went from
I mean,
France to coming
I
back to the
wouldn't.
season. I would have took the season, the off season. I would have had the off season to myself to get as healthy as I could.
Yeah. So shit, maybe that's probably why he played because he probably know like this probably might one of my last legit times to actually play for the USA or any Olympics and be somewhat effective or healthy. Even though he wasn't great in the Olympics that much. Probably a game or two he had like a solid game, but
They didn't even need him.
real talk in a way. Nah, they could have got somebody else. But I mean, I think he can give you a couple more seasons. He just gotta do whatever he gotta do, the surgery and all that stuff. Get back in
Hmm.
shape. Don't rush it. Lose some weight. I mean, I don't know much he weighed now, but whew, it's tough. Like shit, Yao Ming was 300 pounds. And he was skinny to me, but that's just a big bag of bones. But I mean, hopefully he get healthy and make the league better. We need Halliburton back. We need Dame back. We need a few pieces back to make this a little bit more competitive. But it's always gonna be somebody missing out on that. But back to the Knicks game, because I want to talk about the Hawks game. What happened at the end?
All right, get to it. Get to it.
Hawks was up, a few points. Actually, it was like up like four, and I do remember Jalen Brunson hit a big three because he just right. He turned the ball over or something like he fucked up and gave the ball back to the Hawks, which they went up four, and then he came down, knocked the big three down. They down one. And then they come down. CJ McCollum gets fouled after hitting a big 2-point shot earlier, like this couple drives before. That led to that Jalen Brown fucked up at. CJ McCollum misses two big free throws. Atlanta up one. New York gets the rebound. Now on the screen, it shows that they had one more timeout out. So in the moment, you thinking he got one more timeout, but they just throw the ball out in fast break because Mikal Bridges running out. Everybody they pass the ball to him. He up it on the fast break, but couple of players on Atlanta coming back on defense, in time to set.
Hmm.
But he had a quick second to shoot a three. But I understand, like, you up one, go for the two. Thing is like in transition, they had like 4 seconds, all like 4 seconds with this as well. So he could have. I feel like he could have stopped it. Like he had like a legit mid range. He could have stopped and pop mid range, two game right there. Or he
Mm.
should have pulled the three when he was open. But he waited till he got to the middle, let the guys get back on defense, took a tough shot over the defender, misses the shot, lose that game. But in the moment, it looked like they had a timeout. I'm thinking, why the fuck would you not call a timeout? Get a better, at least drop a play, try to get a better position on court to get a shot. You can know you like, all right, this is for a game.
Hmm.
Try to go to the hole or something. But come to find out that they didn't have any timeouts. It was like a malfunction, glitch, or whatever on the screen on the server. So made it look
But
like they had a timeout.
they ain't helped them get that game under control though.
Nah, yeah. So tough loss on that one. Let's see what they do in Atlanta. CJ becoming the villain of New York this year, like Trey Young was a few years ago.
Scrippers,
They got the old man Rivers out here hooping.
Scrippers. We going to Atlanta.
So shout out to them. It's been some solid, actually, got good games. Besides like I ain't gonna say, yeah, I mean Cleveland surrounded been the more like
It's been some
the,
good games, man. These games have been competitive. They really have been
yeah.
competitive. I
And
can't lie about
I,
that.
I shout out to Orlando for taking the first game, making it 1-1. Atlanta for the New York Knicks, Portland, and also who else just did a 1-on-1? Oh yeah, Minnesota and Denver. That's so far series of the playoffs so far. Another news. Shout out to my man. I'm hoping he wasn't going to do it to us. Billy
Who's that?
Donovan. Billy Donovan steps down as the coach of the Chicago Bulls.
Yay! All right.
The
Woo!
Bulls have a clean slate and find a GM and getting the coach that they want or whoever like comes in, get what they want. I'm just glad Billy found it's hard to step down, even though it could have been, a player like, well, the Bulls said they wanted to keep him no matter who the GM was. So he definitely was like, nah, I can't do that to the GM. The next person that come in and run the shit. So shout out to Billy Dunn. I give you that because like your time was up here. You gave us 6 seasons. We had one good year where kind of half a year, but like to me, it showed like in the NBA, you decent at coaching. Unless you got some stars on your team, what you running ain't really like
Billy
hitting on
Donovan, man, go
nothing.
sit your ass down somewhere, man. Maybe they
Go back
put
to
you.
college.
Yeah, go back to college, man. Maybe I don't know if you would be uh, a good exec at any point in your career, but go sit your ass down somewhere, man. We done. We had enough of this shit with you. Um, yeah, on to the next thing though, because you wasn't really talking about nothing or popping nothing. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up, get the fuck up out of
So,
here, man.
I'm hoping. I'm trying to think who would be good, replacements as a coach. And
None of these motherfuckers. Who would be a good coach? The former the former coach for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Where did he go?
who you talking about? Because Chris Finch is still there. I don't know who the last coach was actually. I don't even remember who the
Or
fuck he was.
was it the Denver Nuggets that let their that let their coach go?
Oh, Mike Malone. He's in
Mike Malone.
North Carolina now.
He's in North Carolina.
Now that I
Okay.
would have been cool with that. I probably been cool with that at least. Like at least set up a foundation with him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's tough. I'm hearing Thiago Splitter might not be brought back, as a head coach for the Portland because he's interim head coach for the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh,
But
we good on Tiago Splitter. We good on that one.
I don't know. He got them playing way better than Billups kind of had them before they took over. But the thing is, only I wouldn't mind him. He played for Popovich for
Mm-hmm.
years. And I
Mm-hmm.
always said not the best players on the team, more the role players or like asser players become good coaches.
They do. That's very true.
And I think maybe he probably adapted some things from Pop's way and how he runs shit and he got Portland in the playoffs. You just gotta give him a solid enough core or players that want to develop and get better. But I'm for all options. I'm not trying to just say Diallo is my coach for next year. But I wouldn't be surprised if they go that route or if they do choose him.
for sure. For sure. If Tiago Splitter is available, you think you're saying that that would be a decent option. I hear you. I don't know who should be the coach because I don't
I
know.
I
But
used to say Mark Jackson, but I feel like as you keep every year go by that he's away from the
there's
game.
something wrong with it. Why they won't pick Mark Jackson back up and put him back into the league and have him as a coach and have him as a coach. Maybe it's his faith, his belief. It may be a hindrance to everybody, or it may not be that, it may be something else. But that Golden State Warriors team was built on what his concept was, and then they turned it over because he messed with someone else outside of his marital affairs, and they brought in Steve Kerr, who is now stepping down and said he's going to step away
Oh
from the game.
shit! I
Yeah,
mean, we got a possibility of Steve Kerr coming
Steve Kerr
here.
is done for now, man. That man just did what 12 years or whatever, and got them 3 or 4 championships. He good. He ain't coming back.
I don't know. I don't
Mm-mm.
know if he want. I don't know if he want an executive job again, but you will see. I think depend on situation for him. Um, there's floating around and people talking about maybe bringing back Tom Thibodeau.
As of April 2026, Steve Kerr is not expected to return as head coach of the Golden State Warriors following the expiration of the contract. All right, so he may not be back. Maybe he will be there in another capacity as far as management goes, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, how about they hired a guy that was a former GM for
Golden
the
State.
Golden State Warriors? How about
Uh,
get
my,
him as a GM? Get
that's
him over
my.
here. But that's a guy that wants to win. So you got to like want to win and do shit like that.
It's this one dude they floating around. His last name Brown. I remember his first name, but he an agent, and he agent of Donovan Mitchell and all these people. I'm like, and I think he's from Chicago as well, so he got like a lot of Chicago connections. I'm interested to see what he about, but if he can bring any of those players that he got as agents, as he's the agent for them, then I mean maybe that could work in our favor. And they were saying like Bob Myers and somebody else was it do for the Lakers
Austin Brown and Ty Sullivan.
what the fucking
That's the agents for Donovan Mitchell.
uh, Lakers GM they used to be agents that turned to be good GMs, so
Yeah,
that could be
he's a player for the Lakers, yeah.
so it could be a possibility, but we'll see, man. I hope they just actually do a legit thorough research
What
and
about Nico Harris? Would Nico Harris be a bad
fuck
idea?
no.
He might be a good idea, man.
Hell no, man. You saw what the fuck just happened last. Where he at right now?
Was that him?
Right.
Was
Why
that
he
him?
available?
Was
Why
that
he
all
available?
him? Because they approved that shit for him to do it. Don't forget that. Somebody approved that for him to do that. Stop it. Stop it.
And then prove that shit when you went to go get out of there. It shouldn't even been a discussion. Well,
Somebody approved it for him to do that. You understand me? Someone was like, all right, that's
I
cool.
mean, yeah, because they was bullshitting on him after he went to he won the conference finals and went to the finals with that team. He had a beer and Michael Finley took it out of his hand, so I can see that it might be a whole organizational thing.
It
But
could be.
all you
Could
need
be.
to do is
Not
just
should
to
be,
lose
but
weight.
you need him to
Oh,
lose weight. You need him to be in great shape to play throughout the course of a season. But not just that, somebody approved that trade. He didn't just say, hey, I'm gonna do this. That's an owner said, hey, I think that's a good idea. Somebody said something for him to do it.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I don't either. I'm just saying,
But I feel you. You're
Nico
right.
Harrison might be a good idea. We don't know. We don't know. Now, if you just a bag of dicks and you gonna fuck up shit like that, we don't know. We don't know. Like we don't know what you're capable of doing because it was cut short after the whole Luka Doncic trade, to the Lakers, for uh glass body Anthony Davis and whoever else that they got they put together for that deal. But Mr.
Yeah.
Glass is what they say they call him. But
Well,
right now the OKC Thunder are winning. They are ahead of the Phoenix Suns 46 to 41 with 7 minutes to go in the second half. I mean second quarter.
Yeah,
Apologies.
I mean, Phoenix are gonna be a tough out. Even though they probably gonna get buzzed most of the games, they ain't no chumps. So I'm gonna give them that.
All
Derek
right.
Booker, coming off the wing, drive to the hole, stop, pop, nope, pass the ball, Jenny Green. Jenny Green finna boom that bitch. Now you faked it, and he got fouled like a hoe. No, but
He got found like a hole.
but yeah,
Oh
Mike
my
Mike
God,
Tomlin
man.
supposedly I guess next year going to be a studio analyst. I don't know
Not
if it's
surprising.
I
That's
don't
not
know if it's for
surprising.
NBC, CBS, or Fox, but yeah, no, I kind of expected he to take a year off, kind of do his thing, kind of like what Mike McCarthy just did twice. He took a year off and then found a job, got fired, took a year off, found a job. So I'm sure Mike Tomlin gonna be able to find something in the near future, a couple years. Some might open up to where you're like, all right, I like that, but I like that job. I'm gonna take it. But draft tomorrow. NFL draft. It starts tomorrow. Bears got the 25th pick. Oakland has the number one pick. It's expected that Mendoza from Indiana University, the quarterback, won the championship. And I believe the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
It's going
Mm-hmm.
to go number one.
Yeah.
From there, it's a mix of who gonna go where. We don't
Mm-hmm.
know if Jeremiah Love is gonna go 2, 3, or he can go 7, 8. Uh, Averill Reese is a defender. They say he could be number two guy. Giants
Mm-hmm.
got two picks in I think the top 12, 15 picks. So they can go a lot of different ways. They just traded Dexter Lawrence to Cincinnati for that top 10 pick for
Mm.
one of those top 10 picks.
Mm.
So it's gonna be interesting. It might be some trades going on. Might be some.
Nothing. And then with did Dallas had two picks or something like that? Or
I
was that
think
New
Dallas
York?
got
New York had two picks or
New
something
York got
like
two picks,
that
and I think Dallas got two
in the
picks
first
too.
round. Yeah.
So see what they're gonna do. They haven't re-signed or gave an extension to George Pickens yet.
Mm.
They're probably gonna tag him,
Yeah, I thought
franchise
they were
tag him.
franchise. Yeah, I thought they were franchise tag, buddy.
But I mean, better hope he don't go crazy than he did last year with y'all. That the price is going up if he do. But I think
Yeah.
with Dak and Chris, CD Lamb and him could be a formidable offense again. Uh, I think they could upgrade at running back, but the guy they had last year, he actually balled out. I think that's probably one of his better years actually.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't get the defense right. Matt Eberflus is gone, so goodbye. But maybe they got a better defensive coordinator that can help them be a legit team and make the playoffs. But we'll see. Um, Mike Vrabel
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Rusiana, the chick that was a reporter from used to be ESPN, just left, just resigned from the Athletic. They was out at I guess like
Wow.
a NFL coaches, you know, NFL meet and greet, type stuff like before the season start in
Mm-hmm.
Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
and supposedly Rusiani's husband hired a private detective to find, like, take pictures and stuff. And that's who the pictures came from, where they caught pictures of him, Mike Vrabel, and Rusiana holding hands. They kicking it, on by the poolside. Nothing too crazy. Like, no, I ain't seen like no kiss. Well, they was a little close on one picture, but like no kissing and hugging or no ass grabbing. But
Wow.
both
Wow.
are married to other people, so I know that wasn't a good look.
It's
But I
not.
think, but the thing is, Luciana had been saying like the last year, like talking on like different like sports medias and outlets
Mm-hmm.
about her marriage and how like it just sinking in, just like it's not going well and signs and all that stuff. So she been done, she been checked out. But
Yeah, but what she doing and she ain't doing it the right way. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
Uh
she had to she resigned from the flack of it. But
oh,
they
she
gave
did? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
she
I was about to
resigned from
say because you
Athletic.
I was just about to say you fucking off in front of everybody's face. It's in your you could have kids and your spouse, so you could be fucking off in front of them and making them look bad at the same time.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm hearing like allegedly that she done some bogus stuff behind the scenes, or
Mm,
she fucking to get sources. Who knows? Allegedly. So I mean, it
mm,
just sucks that like I like Mike Vrabel, but they just had press conferences the other day for like the voluntary workouts and stuff.
mm,
And he cut to the chase, like try to like he talked to his family, friends, had some tough conversations. And they tried to like bring it back up, but he was like, "I'm not talking about it no more. It's private matter." But I was
mm,
like, "Dog, like you set an example for this league, and also you just took this team to fucking Super Bowl in your first
True.
year with them,
Very
and
true.
then like
Did a
this
hell of a
whole
job his first year.
hell of a job.
Great
And then
job.
it's like now you're doing this like may have not cheated on your wife, who knows? Uh, but it just I feel like it's a little hypocritical, like not hypocritical. Because like even though Stephon Diggs did do a lot of shit this past year, but
True.
he helped them get to the Super Bowl. No one
Very
expected
true.
Stephon Diggs to help that young quarterback and that young team to get into the Super Bowl. But it just so happened the Cardi B shit, the baby mamas, the case of possible like domestic violence or no domestic like him choking somebody or an employee or whatever. But a lot of like outside noise coming to that team, and they let him go. They let him go because it was just like they didn't want to deal with that shit. He signed a what 2 3 year contract,
I
and
think
some
they just
people
had enough. I think they just had enough of that, bro. I think they just had enough of that.
in 1 year.
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
thing is, what 2 months later you do this or get caught with this? So it's like you can't. And
We
that's
can get
literally
rid of him. We can replace him. You can't always replace a coach.
true. I mean,
We can
usually
get rid
though,
of Stephon
usually
Diggs,
it's the
but
other way around. Usually they side with the player. I ain't gonna say Stephon Diggs is who he used to be, but like
I
he
was just about to
kind of.
say, I was just about to say, it ain't like you relying on this guy for all of your offense. Like you can find another guy like that to help you out. DeAndre Hopkins could be out there. There's a bunch of guys that could be out there for you. So
This is your head coach though. Like when like your head coach on this bullshit, but
true. Yeah, and you right on that account too. It
I'm
is your
like,
head coach.
as much as they preach, all this other stuff about, representing the organization, representing your team, your teammates,
Man, hey,
being
hey,
a positive, role model. This is the message you send.
we know that Mike Vrabel is one of them as well. So
He is. I'm not denying that, but it's just like, come on, dog. You could have kept Stephon one more year. All right, dog, get your shit together. Like, stop all this extra bullshit. Even though I feel like it's gonna fall Stephon this. He just has that type of life where he's just like he gonna have holes and some bullshit, some baby mama
there it
drama
is.
somewhere.
There it is. And it's gonna be a new chick next year. And they're gonna go, hey, we already got what he did last year. And then we got Vrabel over here. We ain't gonna be able to cover both these motherfuckers up. Like one of you bitches got to go.
we
Like we
can't
got to
get
get
above
we
that.
got we can't have both y'all in the in
Fuck
the
it, everybody.
organization whoring it out. Like it can't be both. We can't just have a complete whorehouse and then there's gonna be other accusations about what everybody else is doing. All right.
The New
So
Orleans
man,
Whores.
we got to get you out of here. So we got to get you. We can't be the promiscuous Patriots. So you got to get up out of here, bro. You got to get up out of here.
They
You got to
definitely
get up out of
promiscuous
here.
fuck
Hell
right
yeah.
now.
Hell yeah.
But other football news, Justin Fields going to Kansas City Chiefs. He was talking about he went there because he wanted to, be in a winning culture, learn from Pat Mahomes,
What? He
learn
went to the
from.
Chiefs?
Yeah, you ain't know?
I did not.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, he went to the
Maybe
Chiefs.
we did. I don't know. Shit. I didn't. I
Yeah,
don't think I remember that, but
but
good
he want to
job,
learn.
Justin Fields.
He want to learn from Pat Mahomes. He want to learn from
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, and whoever else in that team. But that's a good look for him. I think that's all he needed was some type of structure or somebody that actually know what the hell they doing.
Yeah.
And he could probably be somewhat decent. Like he's shown flashes of it. It just never was ever consistent enough to
You
be
got to be
like, all
able to
right.
put it together, brother.
And it's just crazy that he can like regress so bad with the Jets. Like he was ass, like barely was able to throw 100 yards in the game.
Yeah, and I thought this would be a year where he might just break out because
Bro, the
he was gonna
first
be the
game,
number guy, number one guy.
if you watch week 1, I think it was Jets versus Steelers when it was Aaron Rodgers versus him. Watching that game, you would have thought he was gonna have a career year because they was going at it back and forth. And I think Jets almost won that game. They lost that game, but they was about to win that game, and
Mm,
it was just some bullshit happening. The first 2 weeks they was balling, and then I think Justin ended up getting hurt or some shit, or like he had one bad game, then he ended up getting hurt, and then once that it just like snowballed.
okay.
So
Heard
I
you.
hope that he able to get the right footing. I mean, I'm hearing they trying to push Mahomes to play week 1, but if he don't,
Mm-mm.
Justin Fields might play the first month,
Mm-mm.
two, three
That's what
weeks
I'm
or something.
expect. That's what I'm expecting. The first month or two, he gonna have it to himself. You know what I mean? Like he just gonna go out there and have to learn the offense, know the offense, and he'll be the one that they turn to. and Pat will just ease himself along. The organization will ease him along. I don't think they'll just come out right away doing that.
Oh yeah. So I mean, good luck to him over there in KC. Not too much luck, but no, it's playing. I fuck with him though. That's one of the few players I'm like, you know what? He a good dude.
Hell yeah.
You know, people kill him for as much as he gave me some good times as a Bear.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
electrifying. One of the best players on the field if he really locked in. But I don't know, man. But that was it on my end. You got any thing come up on your?
No, sir. No, sir. I didn't even focus on anything because it's just been a lot going on, and I haven't
Yeah.
had time to put together a game of 21, or we haven't done a King of the Hill in a while, or anything like that.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna come back with it, you know. So one of the reasons why I stayed off of the game of 21 because we got the king of the hill, and we had other things that we can do, and with the versus this person versus this person, and this era versus this era. So there's so many different things that we have going on that I don't necessarily need to do that, but maybe coming up I will put one together, and then we'll think about also doing an Instagram live, and having some fun with that, seeing if we can get some people to jump on and talk some ish with us while we sit up here and have fun with the podcast and watch the games live. If that's it, I'm gonna get up out of here. All right.
For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, this is another episode of Sports Punch brought to you by Full Profits Podcast. And we always drinking Moore's beer. And as always, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taking. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. Nothing but wealth, health, and prosperity to you all. And with that said, we are done here. You biatch.
Except to the resellers. Fuck y'all.
All of y'all, every last one.